it is October 30th, so that means tomorrow is Halloween, and I hope you guys have the most wonderful, excellent time. You know, go to a haunt, go trick-or-treating, trunk-or-treating, whatever it is you do. You know, make it special for the kids, all that fun stuff. So today, very special treat, I want to show you my current favorite silicone mask in the entire world, which is Clownception from Immortal Masks. I love this mask because all the things that I think are exciting and unique about a silicone mask are present in this one, and I think it's just such a fantastic work of art. It's so cool. It's such a great character, great design. I love everything about it. When this mask first came out, I wasn't really collecting silicone masks. I used to do a lot of mask flipping from like eBay and Facebook groups and stuff when I was in school as a way to get money quickly, or to build up some funds during the Halloween season to fund other costumes and things like that. This mask came out shortly after I had stopped doing all that, but I still had like Immortal Masks like in my my eBay search filter, so I'd get little notifications, and I still pay attention to what everybody's doing. So when I saw this thing, I was like, this thing is nuts. This is absolutely just incredible. It's just insane. It's absolute insanity what they've done with this mask. It's just so cool. We're gonna dive into it in a minute, but I always sort of wanted it, but it was after, like, I wasn't trying to flip masks anymore. I wasn't really wearing masks anymore. I just thought it was cool. I always thought it was cool. So when I picked up my Dentata, this guy sort of fell into the cart along with it because it was in the in-stock section. I thought it was really cool. And at first, I wasn't sure about the black. Black and white was sort of like, I don't know. I kind of pictured it with the red or the blue hair and the more traditional clown paint. But the more I looked at it, and the more that I kind of like this, kind of Pennywise, clowns as demons, that kind of vibe with stuff. I just kept looking at it. I was like, this is too cool. I'm just gonna buy it. Like, I'm allowed. I can buy this mask. So I did, and I'm very happy. And I'm going to show you guys why it is what I think is the best mask on the market today. So let's check it out. So here it is, Clownception from Immortal Masks. And this is my favorite mask on the market today. I just think that it is so cool. It incorporates so many features that are, kind of innovative and unique and just really well executed. So we'll kind of do a 360, and then we'll sort of break it down and look at the individual parts and what makes it such a cool mask. So it's got that black hair going around there. But when you look at this, the first thing that I think about when I see a mask is I think about how it fits in the actor, right? Where the heck is the actor's head? How does this work? When you see this, it's hard to figure out exactly what is going on and where, the actor's eyes and mouth and everything lines up. And I think that is a huge selling point. When I can't automatically determine how this is a human, I know that in a haunt type situation, that's going to be very unsettling. If this thing is coming at you and you can't figure out what the person underneath it is doing, it's unsettling. It just unsettles us. It's creepy. They achieve that by putting a big kind of puffed up piece of silicone in here. This is like foamed up, so this sits on top of your head, and that makes it so you're already gaining height, which is great, but it's also distorting your form. It's gonna make your face look really, really long, which accentuates this mouth. This mouth, the bottom jaw is coming down onto the bib. So that's how the first clown is working. So your face is really the second clown, but the second clown is smaller than your face. So how does that work? Well, this is your mouth here, but your eye holes, see that, are hidden up underneath the teeth. So that makes it that now you've got this small mouth, that's a small face that's doing the movement, but you can't really tell that that's also the actor's face because it is distorted out of proportion as well. You can see very easily because even the spacing in the teeth provides you a vision line, and that kind of alleviates the need for you to wear like a lot of eye makeup or extra stuff with the mask, which is a very cool effect. The third clown, which is like a tongue puppet here, this guy goes in your mouth, and you can open and close it. It goes there just depending on how, you know, skilled, I guess, you are with your tongue. You know, is how well you can kind of work that puppet. You can just kind of clench it in your teeth to hold it, or you could do what I did, as just using it as a clown that's like, you know, coming out of the mouth without the mask. So a lot of variety there. I really wish I was in the creative meeting when they were coming up with this thing, because you got to think, like, George is probably, you know, at some kind of PowerPoint. He's got like a laser pointer. He's talking about like the fiscal year and what they got to do for Trans World and the haunts and what movie they're going to be working on, things like that. And I just feel like Andrew like bursting. He's like, George, mouth clown. George is like, what? He's like, George, mouth clown. It's a clown, but it goes in your mouth. And then this thing was born. So it just a great, like, who comes up with a clown for an orifice? Like, it's great. It's fantastic. The other things that I really like about this mask is look at these eyes. So they've put in these acrylic eyes here. You also have those on the second clown there as well. So that gives a realistic you know, feel to it. And then they've got these teeth on the top and the bottom there as well. And then your teeth can easily be seen here. So you've got this double teeth, these double eyes, or, you know, triple if you incorporate, you know, our tiny clown as well. Just a really cool thing. And then of course we've got the hair. This is just a horseshoe wig that has been siliconed on. Very well done. It's just great. Let's say we check out the movement. So this, of course, means that after tomorrow, there's only 365 days left to prepare for next Halloween. 364. Which means, what are we going to do with this channel? I have a ton more silicone masks. I have a lot of other props. I'd like to get together a game plan. There's a ton of questions on these videos, and people that have reached out to me, and some interesting things that I'd like to address to the class. So next week, come back. We will do like a wrap-up review. We'll talk about the future of the channel going forward, because there's plenty more masks, including masks from Immortal Masks, to take a look at. I love, you know, like playing with this mask. This is like, blah! It's just cool. Now, one of the things about this is what I would call a mask that is in a class called Metamorphosis masks. Metamorphosis masks are masks where a character is changing into another character. And I think they are the hardest to pull off, because you're never gonna fully change into that character, right? You're never gonna quite get there. If you have a half human, half werewolf mask, you're never gonna go full werewolf. You know, they're used more for transitional shots in like film and things like that. Or, you know, if you have multiple actors, you could do something with it, but it's hard to pull off. This mask is the only mask I've ever seen that's in that category that does it really well. Because it's sort of like this clown's trying to come out, but it never really will. But just with the movement and what you can do with it, you can still make it look very good. And, you know, the static position of the eyes and things like that, I don't think detract from it. Where on some masks, they really do. This is also the only mask that I've ever had where it's like, it's just as fun off the head form as on the head form. Movement wise, it's a little bit different, because my chin becomes kind of the actor. So I can do big movements, head back, head forward, to really change the face. Because again, this lower jaw is going to be kind of static as part of the bib, and this upper part is actually on top of my head. So it's a little different. Putting it on is also, it's heavier than a lot of masks, because there's just more silicone and everything involved with it. So you gotta kind of take some time, line it up. Same kind of principle. We'll flip the bib. We'll get a couple hands in. We'll line up, and then we'll flip it onto our fat head. I'm going to be doing a lot of talking to you guys, so I'm not going to try to engage the third clown at this time. But so getting it up, and kind of getting that first mouth down, and then I'll start lining up the features. Let it kind of sink in. Got to work the hair down, and then once I have it, you can see I've added height let's tuck the bib. I'll try to do better to tuck the bib in the back. It's hard to do this on video sometimes because I don't know what's going on back there. There we go. Is it down? Feels down. Usually I have a person that, you know, will come in and make sure all my parts are together. So you notice I'm now a full like head higher with this mask here. I've got my little mouth, but like I was saying, if I start doing these kind of motions, these big head motions, I really get a lot of motion out of the first face, and then coming in to the second face is where I have all my stuff. I'm upshotting so you can see the eyes there, but if I'm here, you can't see the eyes. But I can move my chin and get around, and I've got this little clown, tiny clown. That's my second clown. That's my vocal clown. And then the big clown, you know, I can play in with the arms on that as I do my erratic movements. And it gives you this very tall, you know, almost like giant clown, still clown kind of vibe, but you have this little clown that is also additionally creepy coming out. What I'll do is let's change out Chive on Bill Murray into something a little more inappropriate. Oh, hey, I mean, before we check out the costume, let's talk about the third clown, the clown that you can put in your mouth here. It's got this area back here where you can puppet it with your tongue. So depending on how, you know, skilled you are with your tongue, shape of your tongue, whether or not you can do that effectively. But also, I mean, you could put your fingers in it. You could use it as part of a glove. You could put anything you want in there, really. But yeah, so I'll put it in. We'll show you the clown birthing ritual. Oh, in it goes. If I get close, I open. Yeah, it's gonna have that third clown coming out, like so. And that's disconcerting, to say the very least. So, just a very simple, I think this is some kind of gothic Mad Hatter costume. It's just black white. I think anything that is black white is going to work well with a costume like this. Again, it's making my head really big, so that goes into, I think, these sway back kind of movements of coming forward and things, which works out well. The hair gets going. What's nice is the hair gets over the eyes up here, but it really doesn't take away my vision too much. And it's something that, you know, since I'm big, I can really play into that kind of those motions, you know, and like really play with the arms, like I'm birthing out this other clown. Just a fantastic mask. Again, the mask does all the work here. I don't have to do much anything. I just stand here and you're like, what the heck is that thing? So works out really good. Again, this is Clownception from Immortal Masks. I think this is the coolest mask there is. This is my favorite in the collection. Relatively new mask for me, but I have been in love with this one ever since they released it. Of course, there's a link to it on the description. This is their, I forget what it's called, but it's like the Gothic or the Phantom or the Black. It's a black on black with black hair. You know, it's the AC/DC style mask here. I think it looks really good, but you can get it in traditional clown as well, which I think also looks good. I just hadn't really seen one quite like this. I love the running eye makeup. It really looks like the first clown is in a lot of plane, and this clown is driving the ship. And then you have a third clown for the situations that arise, you know, when you need it, because sometimes you need a clown inside of you. So again, I hope you guys have, you know, just a fantastic Halloween there. We're gonna come back and we're gonna look at plenty more masks next year, but next week we will focus on just really looking at, you know, what we've looked at so far, answering questions, and just developing a format that's really gonna work for us next year, because I'd like to look at plenty more Halloween props and silicone masks. I just don't know that doing them weekly makes a lot of sense in the non-Halloween season. So let me know what you guys think. You know, put questions or anything that you want to hear me talk about or see into the comment section here, and we will see you then. You guys have a happy Halloween.